Hi there, I'm Birgit O'Connor and welcome to my studio. Now today we're going to be working on the swallowtail butterfly. Why this is important, not only is it a fun, beautiful butterfly, but when it comes to watercolor, if we came in and added the black first, we'd have a real mess. So what we're going to do is start with the yellow, get the blue in there, and then put the black in. And you can add the black either with black paint and a little brush, or you could even use a permanent Sharpie marker. So I think you'll enjoy this. I love swallowtail butterflies. So let's get started and have fun. Now, when it comes to the colors that you'll be using, it'll really just be yellow, blue, black, and a tiny bit of red. Then using your permanent Sharpie marker, let's go over a few of those very thin lines in the center of those bottom wings. Now there's no rush, just take your time. And if it makes it easier, turn your paper. So at this time, all we're doing is trying to draw on the tiniest lines in the center of the wings. And we're just drawing right on top of those pencil lines. And don't worry about any of those other details, we'll come back to that in a minute. Next, what I'd like you to do is take your watercolor brush, dip it in water, and then bring it into the yellow paint. Then go ahead and fill in those wings, painting right over the pencil lines. Now you don't need to be perfect, we're just getting color into our wings. And try to use enough water so you can see through the color to the line drawing below. And do the same thing for the bottom wings and paint right over those lines that you just drew in. Then stop applying color right above those little circles along the bottom, because those are going to be blue. Then try to leave a small dry space and take that yellow color and bring it right along the pencil line. Then what I like to do is take just a little clean water and connect those top wings. Now if you want, while the color is still wet, we can go ahead and add that blue color in that dry space along the bottom wings. And yes, if the color mingles, it can turn a little green. So try not to brush back and forth and only stay in that dry area. And if you're really worried about it and want it to be as blue as possible, you can let the yellow dry first and then come back and apply the blue. But for myself, I just like to keep painting, and I know once it dries, I can always come back in and reapply more color. Then go ahead and let this dry, and if you want to speed it up, use a hairdryer. Because next we'll be applying our black, and we don't want that to run into that yellow. We want to keep it as clean as possible. Then when you think it's dry enough, test it with the back of your hand, and if it's cool to the touch, it's still too wet. So make sure it's completely dry before you continue. Then using a small brush, let's start applying our black color. Start painting your wings and go around those circles. So just take your time, fill in the largest parts of the wing first, and then you can always use a smaller brush and go around those finer details. Now, if you happen to find that you're not getting clean lines and that your color is running into the yellow, that would be because your paper is still too wet from applying that yellow color. And if that's the case, you may want to stop at this point for a minute and let everything dry. But if that's not the problem, just continue. Now for those little tiny details, use the smallest brush that you have. We need a very fine point. And if you're having a problem and you think it's messy, we can always clean that up later. Just continue to fill in the largest parts of the black area, and then along the edge, let's add some details. And try to keep it easy for yourself, so you can paint in circles and then divide those larger shapes going along the pencil line in the center of the wing. Then let's go ahead and make some circles around those blue dots where we want them to be on the bottom wing. Then just like we did before, let's start filling in those larger black areas. Now, since we've already made circles around those blue dots, we don't really need to worry about them. We're just going to continue to paint around them. And let's do the same thing for the big yellow circles on the very bottom. Now, since this is such a striking butterfly, you don't need to be perfect. We just need the general idea. Now, the main thing that's really important is that when you're doing the detail work, you want to use your smallest brush and you want your paper to be really dry. Then go ahead and do exactly the same thing to the other side. Then for any of those raggedy edges, or to get more detail, we'll come back in using our permanent Sharpie marker and clean everything up. And what's really nice about doing this is that you can easily get that very fine detail along the edge of the wing. Now, if you've ever seen a real swallowtail butterfly, you'll know that they have some very small white edges along the wings. And by using the pen, it makes it much easier to get those details. Then using our marker, let's add the rest of the veins inside the wings. Then returning to our black watercolor, go ahead and fill in the area right along the body. And if your color's not dark enough, just add a little more color and less water. Then we'll do the same thing to the other side. Using our black color, we'll fill in those large areas and paint around our yellow and blue dots. And to get more detail, use a smaller brush. And for the very edge of the wings and the little veins, use your permanent Sharpie marker. Then for our fuzzy looking body, what we'll do is just place the yellow color along the sides. And if it runs into the black, that's okay. It'll help add to the effect. And for our blue dots, if they look a little pale, just reapply more blue color over them. Then let's return to the body and add a black strip right down the middle. And to prevent that hard line from being really distracting, just use a little clean water and soften the edges of the black. That way, whoever's looking at the butterfly will actually see the wings more than they notice the body. Then for the area around the head, let's drop in a little orange. Now you can also mix that color by blending together a little yellow and red. Then for those red areas at the bottom of the tail that almost look like eyes, let's use a tiny brush and make 2 small circles. Now we're ready for our final details. So going back with your permanent Sharpie marker, define the bottom of the wings. Then let's give it some eyes. And if you can, try to leave a small white shine or highlight along the top. And what that means is that you're just drawing a circle, leaving the white of the paper. And complete the body by following that pencil line. Then to make this more dramatic, let's come back in with a little more black, go over the previous layer of black on the body, and then we'll soften the edges with a damp brush. Now you want it damp, but not really wet. Otherwise, we can lose the color. Now we're almost done, and all we need to do is add the antennas. So using your permanent Sharpie marker, go over the pencil line and add a small dot on the end. And now you have a beautiful painting of a swallowtail butterfly. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself and that you now have a better understanding of how watercolor works. And until next time, have fun and happy painting.